Well, here we go again. I can't seem to help myself. So, I had to put this one on layaway and save up for it. Pay a little bit at a time. But let me open it up and show you what I got. Well, here it is. And you all already know what it is. See if I can get that to... So, I don't know how many 308s I have now. I'm going to be honest. I really don't. Let's see. I have my Thompson Center Encore, my Ruger Precision, my Ruger American. I've got a Diamondback AR. This one. So this is at least the fifth one. I may have another one that I can't recall right offhand. But anyway, so at least 5 rifles chambered in 308, 2 of which are bolt action. No, 3. The Precision, the Ruger American Gen 1, the Ruger American Gen 2. That's 3 bolt actions in 308. I found a pretty good use for that padlock they give you with each of these guns. I have the rifle propped up on it, so it's kind of sitting at a 45-degree angle where you can get a better view of it. I was just looking, when I put the bolt in, I was looking at the throw on this. I haven't read what it is, but it is a short throw, and I'm thinking it's 45 degrees, because that's up, and then that's down. Maybe it's a little bit more than 45. Maybe it's a 60-degree throw, because I think I was looking at it here and going down. That would have been 45 there. But I think it's a 60-degree throw. Pretty short. That'll it helps with speed, but it also keeps you from bumping your scope. That's something else. I've got to order me a scope, and I think I'm going to go with an Arkin on this one. So let me tell you why I got this. This is going to be my new hunting rifle. Of course, I'll have to get it out and shoot it and make sure it likes some loads, and when I find the loads that it likes the best, hunting loads, that's what I'll use in it. Also, I'll be taking that muzzle brake off and installing my own. I'll show you that in a minute. Here are the things that I wanted on this, or why I got this. One, this right here. All my Ruger Americans, my cheek weld is too low when I have a scope on there. I have to put something on there to raise this up in order to be able to see through the scope properly. If I don't do that, I really don't have a cheek weld. I'm kind of up off of the comb of the butt of the stock. So there's that. Another reason, it's Cerakoted. I don't like the finish on the Ruger American Gen 1s. You get a little mist out there in the woods. By the time you get back to the truck, your barrel's already getting a little bit of surface rust on it. And that's not an exaggeration. That has happened to me more than once. But I always keep a little bit of gun oil in the truck, and when I get back, I dry it off, and then I put a nice coat of oil on it. But being a hunter, you know what happens then? You got a stinky, oily gun, and you always have to hunt with the wind in your favor, or the deer will definitely smell that oily gun. So anyway, that's a couple of reasons. Another reason is, well, of course, it's in 308, and that's my preferred hunting caliber. My shots longest may be 250 max, but for the most part, it's going to be about 150 or in. The 2 bucks I shot last season were at 25 yards, if that. So I'm not worried about long distance, although I do like to shoot long distance, just as a hobby, not anything where I want to take game at long distance. But anyway, this is it. Oh, here's the other thing, this safety. Now I know it's a tang safety, and some people don't like tang safety. They prefer the crossbolt. Well, crossbolt's a lot stronger, but this safety here, it's got 3 positions. You've got this, if I can get it to do it. Oh, no. Let's see if I can do this here. There. You've got that first position there, which allows you to still operate the bolt. So when you have 2 lines showing, that locks your bolt down all the way. You can't open it. So more than once, I've been in a deer stand and I've bumped my bolt while my safety was on, and it's popped up just a little bit. Not even enough to where you notice it. And one time I was shooting at a nice buck, and all I had was a click, and that's because the bolt wasn't all the way down. So I had to recock it and then shoot at the deer, and I actually got him. He didn't run off. He did look at me, but all he did was turn broadside, which made my shot even easier. So anyway, that was probably the biggest thing I wanted right there, a safety that will lock my bolt down. I do like this AI style mag here. I have issues with the current magazine that I have in my Gen 1. So anyway, let me show you some of the features on the Gen 1 that I've just discussed. Gen 1, it's a Ruger American Gen 1 Predator M308, and it's an 18-inch barrel. The Gen 2 happens to be a 20-inch barrel. When I got this, I got it in 308 because I have a 30 cal suppressor that is a Silencer Co. Omega, and if you'll notice, I put this muzzle brake on here, and I'll have to buy another one of these for this rifle to replace that, the Gen 2 that is. So what this is this is a quick attach for my Omega. I just put the can on there, turn it a couple of turns, and then I've got a lock that will lock it in place. And I put that on all my 30 caliber rifles and my under. I have it on that muzzle brake, that same muzzle brake on my Ruger American 5.56, on my Ruger Precision, on my 7mm Remington Magnum. So I use that can a lot on a lot of different cartridges. The other thing with this is this safety is on right now, but you can see that bolt moves. And I mean, when I shot at that buck, that bolt was up about like that right there. It just got bumped and I didn't notice it, and almost cost me a nice deer. And then you see I've got this bear tooth. It's got a foam pad under there. It raises this up so that my eye aligns with the scope. I do like the shorter barrel on this, because once you add 6 inches of suppressor on there, it makes it 24 inches long. And with this one being 20, it's going to be probably 26 inches. I'll measure it when I get it all put together. Here's my dislike with this magazine. This is not the rotary magazine. This is just a stacked magazine with a spring in it. But what I found is that when this comes out, if you'll notice, this round did not pop up. It's hanging for some reason. So you have to kind of bump it and it pops up. And then this one, the tip didn't come up, so there. So I'll just put it this way: it's not reliable. At least it's reliable for your first shot, but the second shot, there's been more than once that I went to, in the heat of the moment, put in the second round and it just went right over the top of it and didn't pick it up. So anyway, I probably need to contact Ruger and see about getting a replacement for this, to where I can put in an AI type mag maybe. I'll have to see how this one does in this, make sure it doesn't hang up. The thing I do not like about this, and I've heard Ron Spomer talk about this quite a bit, he likes this to be flush because he cradles it right there in the center as he walks and carries it, and I do the same thing. I carry my rifle a lot like this when I'm walking around, and having this flush is comfortable. When it protrudes like this, it's not as comfortable. It's actually kind of cumbersome. This is going to be my new hunting rifle once I get it all set up and dialed in. Just a Ruger American in 308, nothing fancy. I do like the fluting to take some of that weight off the barrel. And then here's what I've been using, which is the Gen 1 Predator 18-inch barrel 308. Well, I have my Ruger American Gen 2 308 topped off with an optic. I went with the Arkin LH4, and this is a 4x16x44. Reason being is this is a hunting rifle, so I don't need a 6-power on top of there when my deer tend to be close at times. So a 4 will work, and 16's plenty, because I would rarely ever get over a 200-yard shot where I hunt. So that's the optic that I have on here. I went through great pains to ensure that I had the gun leveled and the optic leveled, and that I put the proper inch pounds on the cross bolts here and on the top screws, on the cap screws. So I don't remember what they were, something like 35 and 15. So I'm thinking that's what I put them at. And I did use a laser bore sighter. I've got it bore sighted at 25 yards. I have not shot this rifle yet. I just have not had the opportunity. A lot of things going on right now. But this is it. Now there's one other thing that you may have noticed, and that is this. This muzzle brake is threaded right here, and that is for my suppressor. That is a quick attach muzzle brake. So the original is here, and that's my new muzzle brake that I have on the rifle now. So what I'll do when I do get this sighted in is I'm going to do a comparison between my original Gen 1 Predator 308 hunting rifle that I shoot suppressed and this new Gen 2 308 hunting rifle that will also be shot suppressed. So anyway, that's just a quick update on this rifle, where I'm at right now with it. And hopefully I can get it to a range and do some shooting.